Over the past few days, we've seen humanoid robots do things that used to sound exaggerated. Robotera's L7 is performing a full traditional sword dance. Unitree's G1 and H1 are pulling off drunken kung fu, parkour, and 3-meter flips on China's biggest TV stage, and Agibot's Expedition A3 is landing mid-air kung fu kicks with no CGI involved. At the same time, a UK startup called Humanoid claims it built a bipedal robot at record speed, while Boston Dynamics Spot is already patrolling a 1.5 million square foot factory in the US. A lot to cover, so let's talk about it. Let's start with one of the most striking visuals to come out of China recently. A full-sized humanoid robot performing a traditional sword dance. Robotera released a video showing its L7 humanoid robot executing a classical Chinese sword routine to mark the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse. On the surface, it looks like a cultural performance. Underneath, it's a very deliberate technical demonstration. The L7 is not a small robot or a stage prop. It's a full-sized humanoid developed with Tsinghua University, standing 5.6 feet tall, or 171 centimeters, and weighing about 143 pounds, roughly 65 kilograms. The construction itself already tells you what kind of machine this is. The frame uses a mix of titanium and carbon fiber, which keeps it rigid and strong while staying light enough for dynamic movement. The real headline, though, is the joint system. The L7 has 55 independently actuated joints. Each arm has 7 joints. The hands together add 12 more, the legs provide multiple degrees of freedom, and the waist area alone contributes 6 degrees of freedom. All of that adds up to a robot that can rotate shoulders, flip wrists, adjust grip in real time, and shift its entire body mid-motion. That matters because a sword dance is not random movement. It involves fast directional changes, precise timing, coordinated jumps, controlled landings, and constant awareness of where the blade is relative to the body. One mistake, and the robot would literally hit itself. For the robot to jump, spin, swing a sword, and land cleanly without wobbling, its control system has to continuously calculate its center of mass, the inertia of the sword, joint torque limits, and the exact forces between its feet and the ground. What the video really shows is how tight those feedback loops are. The L7's embedded AI system handles whole-body dynamic coordination, real-time motion planning, and precise torque control across multiple axes at once. This is the kind of embodied intelligence that moves beyond pre-programmed animations and into genuine physical reasoning. And while the sword dance grabs attention, Robotera is very clear that this is not the end goal. The L7 is designed for real work. It can move at speeds of up to 9 miles per hour or 4 meters per second. It can lift loads up to 44 pounds or 20 kilograms. It has a full 360-degree field of view, an arm span of 6.9 feet, and it can be teleoperated when needed. The dance is the proof. The factory floor is the target. That same pattern shows up again at a much larger scale during China's Spring Festival Gala, also known as Chunwan. This is not a niche event. Hundreds of millions of people watch it every year. In 2026, humanoid robots were not a side act. They were part of the main performance. All right, quick pause, because if you've ever messed with AI video, you already know the hardest part isn't generating clips. It's actually controlling what you get. That's why Luma AI's Ray 3 Modify is kind of a big deal, and they're sponsoring today's video. This is the first tool where it actually feels like you're directing a scene instead of rolling the dice with prompts. You can completely change the look, world, and style of a shot while keeping the same person, same performance, same motion, same emotion. Your character stays consistent, the acting stays locked. You just transform the visuals like real post-production. You can even set keyframes to guide how the scene evolves, which means way less trial and error. It also works great if you're mixing real footage with AI, so it doesn't look fake or disconnected. If you create content, short films, edits, or just want your AI videos to actually look intentional instead of random, you should definitely try this. Hit the link in the description, check out Ray 3 Modify inside Dream Machine by Luma AI, and start directing your AI videos instead of guessing. All right, now back to the video. Unitree Robotics deployed fleets of its G1 and H1 humanoid robots alongside young kung fu artists. These machines performed choreographed martial arts routines inspired by drunken fist kung fu. They handled traditional weapons like swords, poles, and nunchucks. They navigated crowded stages, executed parkour-style vaults over tables, and performed aerial flips reaching up to 3 meters. One robot even completed a 7.5 rotation air flare spin, which is a move that pushes the mechanical structure and joint endurance close to their limits. During high-speed repositioning, the robots moved at 4 meters per second while avoiding collisions with each other, which requires extremely precise multi-robot coordination and real-time motion planning. At one point, a robot fell. Instead of stopping the performance, it executed a spin-based recovery and got back on its feet as part of the routine. That's not choreography luck, that's recovery logic working in real time. Some of the robots launched themselves off spring-loaded boards and trampolines, performing mid-air stunts that combine balance, torque control, and timing down to fractions of a second. This wasn't just about making robots look impressive. It was about showing that these machines can survive intense, repeated, high-speed operation without mechanical failure. The gala was also a strategic signal. Beijing used the event to highlight its industrial push into robotics. Reports indicate that 4 major firms, including Unitree and Magic Lab, invested around 100 million yuan into production connected to the show. This wasn't entertainment spending, it was industrial marketing at a national scale. Different robots on stage reflected different engineering philosophies. Some models focused on social interaction and comedy sketches. Others leaned into athleticism and spectacle. One taller H2 robot even dressed as the Monkey King and rode a somersault cloud, supported by quadruped robots, blending folklore with modern robotics in a way that was very intentional. Underneath the show, the message was clear. These robots are being tested publicly, under stress, in front of massive audiences, because the next phase is deployment in factories, logistics, and service environments. Unitree reinforced that message a few days later by releasing another video. This time, more than 40 G1 robots performed a synchronized Lunar New Year routine, writing out a greeting that could be read from above. The company confirmed the performance used the same cluster cooperative rapid scheduling system that powered the Kung Fu segment at the gala. No human intervention was involved in the routine. The robots performed trampoline somersaults up to 3 meters high and ran at 4 meters per second, all while staying synchronized as a group. And then came the production numbers. Unitree's CEO, Wang Xingxing, stated that the company aims to ship around 20,000 humanoid robots in 2026. That's nearly 4 times the roughly 5,500 units shipped in 2025. Scale, not spectacle, is now the bottleneck. That context makes comparisons unavoidable. Elon Musk has repeatedly said Chinese companies will be Tesla's biggest competitors in humanoid robotics. His own forecasts around Optimus have been aggressive. In 2024, he claimed 1,000 Optimus robots would be working in Tesla factories by 2025. During Tesla's Q4 2025 earnings call, Musk admitted that none were doing useful work. The contrast is becoming harder to ignore. At the same time, another Chinese company, Agibot, has been pushing a slightly different angle. Instead of mass choreography, it focused on individual agility and interaction. Agibot unveiled its Expedition A3 humanoid robot through a demo video showing high-difficulty kung fu maneuvers. The robot executed aerial flying kicks, consecutive airborne strikes, controlled mid-air steps, and rapid spins inside a real training studio. According to the company, the footage involved no CGI and no AI-generated effects. What you see is what the robot actually did. Technically, the Expedition A3 is designed for fast-paced, high-interaction environments like retail assistance, brand promotions, and live entertainment. It features highly anthropomorphic degrees of freedom, including a flexible waist designed to mirror human motion. Its exoskeleton-style leg structure is lightweight, improving stability and agility during dynamic movement. The arms can handle payloads up to 3 kilograms, with a tool center point speed of 2 meters per second. Power comes from a dual battery system embedded in the torso, providing up to 8 hours of operation. Fast battery swapping allows continuous use across a full work shift. Interaction is handled by an end-to-end large AI model that supports wake word-free conversations and shoulder tap activation, aiming for more natural engagement with people. Agibot plans mass production in 2026, with shipments projected to exceed 5,100 units by the end of 2025 and potentially reach tens of thousands in the following year. Agibot didn't stop at a single demo. In early February, it hosted Agibot Night in Shanghai, a 60-minute robot-led gala featuring 16 humanoids performing music, dance, comedy, flips, synchronized routines, and runway-style walks. The event doubled as a live stress test, pushing system stability and coordination across multiple robots operating simultaneously. Human performers joined some of the acts, dancing alongside Agibot's G2 humanoid robots and D1 quadruped robots. Other segments included magic tricks and comedic skits, highlighting improvements in timing, expressive behavior, and coordinated role interaction. The company showcased its entire lineup. The A2 series focused on multimodal interaction and autonomous navigation. The compact X2 series targeted education and entertainment with natural conversation and human-like walking. The industrial G2 series emphasized force-controlled handling for factories and logistics. The D1 quadrupeds demonstrated mobility for inspection tasks. In January, Agibot also announced its entry into the US humanoid market at CES 2026, unveiling ready-to-use embodied robots intended for real-world deployment. While China is pushing performance and scale, the UK has been telling a different but equally important story: speed of development. A UK-based company called Humanoid released a 19-minute documentary detailing what it calls the fastest humanoid robot development cycle in history. The film walks through the process from early boardroom strategy meetings to robots operating in labor-intensive industrial environments. The timeline is aggressive. Humanoid built its first wheel-based robot in 10 months. From initial drawings, it transitioned to a full bipedal robot capable of dynamic walking in just 3 months. Managing dynamic equilibrium, keeping balance while moving, was one of the major challenges. The project was global. Vancouver handled mechanical design and testing of robotic arms and bipedal locomotion. Boston focused on battery technology and high-density power electronics. London acted as the intelligence hub, developing the AI systems and vision language action frameworks that drive cognition. Humanoid positions itself as a software-first robotics company, even while achieving major hardware milestones. Its Kinet IQ framework coordinates fleets of wheeled and bipedal robots so they can work together on complex tasks. At the core is what the company calls its capability factory. The simulation to real pipeline is now fast enough to train new behaviors in simulation and deploy them to physical robots within 24 hours. That means customers can teach robots new skills almost overnight. Commercial traction is already strong. Earlier reports mentioned 20,500 non-binding pre-orders. The documentary updates that number to 30,000. In factory trials, results have been notable. At Siemens, a wheeled robot achieved a 90% autonomous success rate moving totes to conveyor belts. At Ford's Cologne facility, a robot handled sheet metal parts with both arms and exceeded expectations by 60%. Schaeffler has signed a 5-year collaboration to deploy hundreds of robots globally. While the current alpha models are still research prototypes, Humanoid plans to enter a beta phase in Q3 2026, releasing production-ready units intended to scale from dozens to thousands. Outside humanoids, robotics deployment is already delivering value in less flashy but highly practical ways. In the US, ST Engineering MRAS deployed Boston Dynamics Spot robot dog inside a 1.5 million square foot aerospace manufacturing facility. Spot patrols the factory autonomously, inspecting critical equipment, capturing high-resolution 3-dimensional scans, and feeding data into a growing machine health database. The facility produces composite structures for aircraft engines, and some of the equipment, like autoclaves, are both dangerous and expensive. Spot uses thermal cameras and acoustic imaging sensors to detect overheating components, abnormal vibrations, and air leaks before they cause failures. It monitors motors, electrical systems, and high-risk machinery. Engineers noted that many manual inspections were skipped in the past due to urgent repair work. Automated patrols solved that gap. Spot is also integrated with Leica's BLK Arc laser scanner, allowing the creation of a detailed digital twin of the factory. That digital model helps plan equipment, moves, upgrades, and maintenance operations. For a 95-year-old facility with decades of undocumented changes, having time-stamped scans is critical. Autonomous scanning missions can be scheduled daily, weekly, or quarterly, saving weeks of manual work and improving safety and uptime. So, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.